The Adhan, oh, let's go there. What's the meaning of Adhan? Who's the one who revealed the Adhan to Muhammad, peace be upon him? Or how did it become one part of Islam, or kind of worship in Islam?
This is
is it personal choice?
No, this is a very good question actually, and it's important. We have just listened to the Adhan, and we have seen the meanings in English, and anyone could look into the meanings of Adhan to understand more, because this Adhan has never been changed, and it's not something created by a man or by a person. It's a revelation. It's wahi in Arabic. It's a revelation by God to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, unlike any other religions, for the most important call, the call of prayer, we are not ringing a bell. We are not blowing any trumpet. We are not lighting any fire. God has chosen that the most important call to be done in this way, with this heavy meaning, which is a continuous reminder every day about the most important thing in existence, which is our belief in God, to bear witness in God, the Creator. So that, because it's a revelation, we can see it's still the same until today, since 1,400 years ago, not changed. No one can add even one letter or one vowel to the Adhan.
So, Nusad, you mean that from the time of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, till this moment, the Adhan is still the same?
Yes.
Nothing being changed?
From the moment Prophet Muhammad got the Adhan until today, it is the same Adhan that all Muslims know, memorize, and follow.
And you mean that it wasn't a personal choice, that everyone can choose his own way of call for the prayer?
And this is an important thing for us in Islam, and it's also one of the marks of beauty of Islam, because in Islam there are clear instructions and guidelines. I cannot start creating anything in Islam. No one can start creating. There are always fixed sources that we get all the teachings of Islam from, which are the Quran, which is the word of God delivered to us by Prophet Muhammad, and there is the Sunnah or Hadith, which is the acts and sayings of Prophet Muhammad. So these are the only things. No one can get or start inventing any new thing in Islam. But so Islam, by these two sources, sets us the limits that we live, and the guidelines that we live our lives by, and we live our lives in between. We can do whatever we want between those lines, but we cannot go out, we cannot start inventing some new lines or some new teachings. And the Adhan is part of these instructions. The Adhan has been the same since the times of Prophet Muhammad. Many people all over the world have come and go, and they all have the same Adhan until today. And this is an addition to the remark that it is not a human saying. It's something delivered by God to Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad taught it to the first ever mu'adhin, who's a companion of Prophet Muhammad, who's Bilal radiyallahu anh, may God be pleased with him, who was also a man who came from Africa. He is not also an Arab. And this gives us more of how universal this Adhan is, and how universal this message or religion of Islam is. And now we are talking about the mu'adhin. Bilal was the first ever mu'adhin doing the same Adhan any mu'adhin here is doing.